Thanks for joining us. We're here with Adam Collard, who reality star turned, I want to say fitness guru, or whatever you want, like fitness empire is growing kind of thing. But thanks
Yeah,
very much for joining us.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'll start off, speaking about the Love Island games. Obviously, it's just on now. Who's your prediction for the 100K win?
Is it a Is it a pair that wins, or is it? Do you know what? I wouldn't even know. Like, I feel like honestly that
I think it is a
we
pair.
weren't
Yeah,
really that bothered. We weren't really that bothered about the games in terms of winning when we were doing like standard Love Island. We were just there for having a laugh. Like, if you lost but you did something funny, you weren't really bothered. So it's a different sort of dynamic when it's the games. I think. I mean, Georgia Steele's really competitive.
mm,
Um, who else do I know? Megan Barton Hansen. I think she'll be there more for love, to be fair, and trying to find something like that. But she has got a bit of a competitive edge if you get her riled up. And then I'm trying to think. Jack's an animal, so Jack will do well.
yeah.
I don't think I actually know anyone else who's in there. Just the
It's a
ones that I've
mixture,
been
isn't
on
it?
with.
It's like the Champions game where they bring like Love Island Australia, Love Island America,
Well,
things like that.
this is what blew my mind the other day. I didn't realize. I thought it was the games, and then I saw that Lucinda went on Love Island Australia like me, but the other way
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
That's that's insane because I can't
yeah.
even imagine. I mean, I'm just being realistic. I can't imagine. I mean, I've done long distance. I'm doing Newcastle to London right now. I can't imagine doing Newcastle to Australia.
Yeah. And I was going to say, how has Love Island changed your life? I mean, what's it done for you, kind of thing?
Um, so I would say the one thing that annoys us, if I was going to say anything, is everyone thinks the gym was after Love Island, and it frustrates the hell out of us because the
Oh,
gym was
good.
a year old. The first one was a year old before Love Island.
Yeah,
Um, so that was when I was 21, and I went on the first one when I was 22. So that annoys us a little bit. But apart from that, like it massively, I can't thank that team, that TV show, and anything enough for the opportunities in the rooms that it's put me in. Like I've worked with brands that I love, like Puma, like Reebok, like Boohoo, like all of these different brands that I would have probably never been noticed if it wasn't for them. I was
mm,
definitely on the right trajectory. But what I would say is if you are smart, like what you can achieve in 5 years, you can achieve in one with the help of Love Island.
yeah,
If you're doing the right things and you have the right people behind you and stuff like that. But also like I've met some really cool people. Like there's been people who I've been absolutely buzzing to see who I thought would be amazing, and I've not really been fussed when I've met them. And then there's been people who I really never thought I would like in the public eye, and then I've actually ended up really liking them. So
yeah.
it's funny, isn't it? Like I'll never ever judge people the same who are in the public eye because I've definitely been that person. I've had that, but I've also
People
met
kind of
people
in,
that I
yeah.
absolutely love. Yeah, like definitely like role models and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a nice way of looking at it, to be fair. But
Mm.
I guess another the kind of question that always gets asked with Love Island, and I guess you'd be perfect to answer this. So all all kind of like recent breakups of reality stars and couples finding it quite difficult to, get together on a reality show and then have life after that show. Do you actually think people can find love on Love Island, like long lasting soulmate, 70 years love type thing?
I think yes, but if it was so the odds, right? When it was season four, I would say that if that was you had like, I don't know, 50-50. And I think as the years go on and as it gets more developed and the nature of the beast that is social media and
Mm,
external influences, the chances are less and less as the years go on. But if you that's, I mean, you could put two people who are perfect for each other in anywhere, and the chances are probably quite low unless they're
yeah,
perfect for each other. And I think the thing is, and this is the big pressure, like I've definitely had something real off the back of Love Island, and but you kind of you it's Stockholm syndrome. You know, you're put in this position where, and like me and Zora had like whatever during a breakup, but at
mm,
one point she was the only person in the world that knew how I felt, apart from the other 12 people that were in that villa.
yeah,
And like, there's loads of my friends who have been in couples and stuff like that. It's just having that one person that understands how you feel when you have all of the social media pressure. You're stressed. You're up
mm,
ahead. Even your own family can't understand what that's like, and
yeah,
having like how can you even explain to someone that you're in a relationship where you potentially don't think that it's perfect, but you are best friends,
Yeah.
and also there's 10,000, 100,000 13, 14-year-old little girls with fan pages about you, and that's a pressure.
And
Like
everyone's
it
just
would, you
watching
would
your
be
move kind of thing. Yeah. Everyone's watching what you're
well,
doing.
well. They're It's not even that they're rooting for you. They're rooting for you.
Yeah.
So how can you put that? You know, yeah. Like I think there's potential, but I think that it's hard now because you never know how it's going to lie, especially on that show.
And speaking on social media, we just wanted to come on a few things, but like Love Island this year made like a bold statement. I think it was the right one to be fair, but to ban social media for contestants and families, like during when it was on, because of the increasingly online abuse. Do you think ITV can do more though for the before and the after, not just the during?
I think it was a wrong move
Do you think?
because yeah, because I think that yes, you get a little bit of negative press, but you're going to get it anyway. And even if there is no way by banning social media in them accounts that you're telling me that my parents, my sister, are not going to Google or search on Twitter Adam Collard without an at and see all the tweets anyway. So there's the first thing. And the second thing is you take a Zara who was on the governor, she was in Parliament, and then you've got Paige who was a paramedic. They cannot work anymore in that field. So the benefit of them for going on Love Island is social media and finding a career that way.
Yeah.
And that is the benefit of going on Love Island if they don't find love. So like Dammy was a what was it? He was a chemical engineer and pharmacist or something ridiculous like that. He's
Yeah.
never going to get let back in that job because of like social security and stuff like that. So he needs to have a career off the back of that.
Yeah.
And if someone's willing to risk that, if they ban social media, they're never going to get that. So for me, I think that was a terrible move because I think there'll be a lot of people who are stuck without careers now because they've risked it for the show, and they'll also not be able to work that way either because they'll have no followers.
Yeah. You've got to take like the good and the bad and kind of just make the best of it. And that
Well,
I see
that's
what
the
ITV
that's
are
the whole
kind of doing.
reason. Yeah, uh, I get that, but I think a dead easy solution, and I think it was Bobby Norris of all people that actually said it. I listened to a podcast. They should just take credit card details on Instagram now, so people
Yeah.
have to have a credit card to do it.
Make,
That's the
take,
simplest way
take away the
because as
curtain,
soon as some
basically. Yeah.
literally take away, you should have to have a credit card or a debit card. And let's face it, my 12-year-old sister's got a debit card. You could easily do that.
Yeah.